WordPress Development and SEO course by RankYa. As I promised RankYa followers that I was going to reverse engineer a web development project for a valued client. So the project is finalized and it's live online. optimustinting.com.au, based in Brisbane, Australia. Right? So what have I done in terms of developing this website that is already working, meaning it's already ranking in Google for important keywords, and it's already converting. That means my valued client has already gotten at least 20 or 30 business from this website within just 1 month. That's why when you think of web development, you need to think a little bit different compared to web design. Also, when you think of search engine optimization, although I've created courses or video tutorials for it, as far as I'm concerned, there is no such thing as search engine optimization. It's just website optimization. Now, if you do visit this website and browse through it, then you'll actually kind of understand how I have inserted all the insights that I've been sharing on RankYa blog as well. It's a stunningly beautiful website, mobile friendly, user friendly, and it converts, because website optimization is that. You optimize a website so that people find it for free, but when they come to the website, then they convert. Okay, that's what website optimization is. Now, I have already shown you keyword research and image optimization. And as I've said, I was going to reverse engineer this. So what have we done? My valued client is working with Crazy Domains in Australia. They are a large domain registrar and web hosting provider. And we have installed WordPress through cPanel. Installing WordPress is a straightforward process because cPanel gives you Installatron. Once again, I'm not going to cover that because RankYa YouTube channel shows you how to install WordPress. So what have we done? We have installed WordPress through cPanel, and for the theme that we've used and optimized, we used Jupyter theme. I like Jupyter theme. In fact, you can see my Theme Forest account. I have many licenses for Jupyter theme. Although I worked in many different WordPress themes, I find Jupyter theme to be very powerful. Now, if you're thinking to update your WordPress site, let's say you manage a WordPress site, or your client says, you know what, develop a website, then definitely check out the premium theme called Jupyter theme. And if you do, make sure you click on the link in this video description. Doing so, I'll actually earn a commission from it, okay? But nonetheless, any theme for WordPress can be optimized. So first, I'll show you the logic behind the content. In fact, before I do, let me show you this here. So for this project, you can pause this video. I'll zoom in to show you what we've agreed on and all the techniques that needs to go into a web development project as well as search engine optimization project. You need to do your keyword research because everything success is built on words on internet. Without words, there is no internet. And since we're using cPanel and WordPress, we've used Yoast SEO plugin. I'll show you what that is as well. Image optimization. I've already created a video tutorial on RankYa YouTube channel showing you how to optimize video images for Google's page experience update. And landing pages, you need to focus on title, description, internal linking, HTML code, heading tags, and links and so on, okay? Structured data is very important in 2022 moving forward because Google is becoming more advanced. Now, if you do operate a local business, let me share a quick tip with you. You can add local business structured data as we have done for this project. Okay, so you can add this, but okay, I need to remove this double check because I've already double checked. Now, a tip that I can share with you is your homepage. You can add schema markup, local business information. On your contact page, you can do the same thing. Add your structured data markup for the contact page. And also About Us page, because most local business websites do have About Us page. But the other pages, you don't need to blurt out schema markup, local business information, okay? Now, local business structured data is all about training Google, saying, you know what, Google, when you analyze this website, then understand that it's a local business with opening hours, all that information, okay? So you can actually go to Google Help section to learn more about what you can do with structured data. Nonetheless, keep in mind, it is important because by using structured data, Google shows prominent information about a specific business in Google search. So let's imagine you have products, you're operating an e-commerce site. Then product structured data is going to allow Google to tap into rich features that it offers for searchers, particularly for mobile. When someone searches mobile, then there are features such as discover and so on, okay? So let's go and see, let's close that up. We know the keywords, right? We've done our keyword research. The only keyword research tool that you need is Google Ads Keyword Planner. If you've never used Google Ads Keyword Planner, then you can create an account and use it. But nonetheless, you need to create an account to use it. You don't have to run Google Ad campaigns to use Keyword Planner tool, okay? Now we have identified many keywords. Let me share another tip with you that you're not going to find elsewhere. When you select your keywords, first you look at the domain. So if you're operating your own website, you think, okay, do I have keywords that people are searching within the domain portion? If you do, that's what you begin targeting first. And any keywords that you can stem from those keywords, okay? Now, if you're setting up a brand new website, registering a brand new domain, then consider branding, that's great, but also can you add some keywords into that brand? Let's imagine I was starting out, I thought, you know what, RankYa, I'm going to brand it. It's about SEO. As an example, then perhaps this may be smart. Okay, so that's just an idea for you because as far as Google rankings are concerned, the keywords within the domain portion are very important. That is why we've selected the keywords that we have, okay? Also, no website can be optimized without doing a thorough keyword research using Google search box. Okay, so I'll zoom in. Here you can see what people are searching. Okay, all of this is great information. These are long-tailed keywords. Very simple to rank these within Google. And also related searches, what people are asking type of keywords. Because if these are all related to a industry, then how can we not target these, correct? That means this is a gold mine. And that is what any website who wants to succeed on internet needs to use Google search box. No other silly keyword research tools, okay? Just Google Ads, Keyword Planner, and Google search box. So, with pages, let's just take a look at this one here. It is using keywords within the URL portion, anticipating that people will be searching for this because we already know what keywords people are searching. Okay, that's why it takes a bit of time to actually start optimizing a website, because you really need to immerse yourself into your research. And I'm presuming that if you operate a website, then you already know your target audience and type of keywords that they'll be searching for, okay? So now, looking at this, the URL as the keywords, the content, let's leave that for time being. Here we're using a Yoast plugin for WordPress, but if you're using different content management system, then you're still gonna have an option to include titles. Titles actually have nothing to do with SEO really. It's to do with web standards. That means by the standards set by W3 Consortium, each web document should have a title. But when you utilize title, then surely include your keywords, and you can actually be bold, because when someone searches Google, what we want is we want people to see our results, as we can see. Okay, and we also want to perhaps include some additional words that can allow people to stop and say, okay, what's that? Make sense? Same is true with the meta description. You simply describe the page content. What is the content on this page? You cannot spam Google. Never spam Google. Always follow Google guidelines. Obviously, this page describes mobile car window tinting in Brisbane and so on. Okay? Now, images, they are absolutely critical, but you have to think of URL that you want to optimize and rank in Google as one single entity. That means everything on this URL is just one entity, which is an HTML document. That means when you end up using keywords within the image file names, they need to reinforce the meaning of the target keywords as well. But you know what? Placing keywords here and there, that's easy. What you need to do is balance your communication with the person who's going to visit you, as in your ideal customers. You need to sprinkle the keyword, present the information in such way that the first eyeful is critical. Okay, what does that mean? We're using a visual composer to insert page elements. So I'm not going to cover that. There are many tutorials on internet as to how that is done, okay? So if you're using WordPress, you can use plugins to further simplify web page creation process. But since we're living in mobile first index world, that means Google looks at a mobile version of a web page and analyzes everything. And yet we cannot ignore laptops, we cannot ignore desktops. That's why you need to find that harmony and balance. When someone lands on this landing page, let's see on a mobile device, what are we showing them? Let's say when someone uses Samsung Galaxy 8. This is what they're gonna see, right? So this first eyeful is absolutely critical to get it right. What you show here is important, and including keywords is only going to help. But if we just sprinkle keywords everywhere, then that's not going to be smart either. So you need to then entice the person who's visiting to read. That's how you communicate. That's part of web development. Because if they don't read, then they will never convert. You need to have white space in between elements so that the interaction the person is having with your website is simple and it's pleasant, it's easy, it's not confusing. Even if you have an e-commerce product pages, triple check and say, okay, do I really need the social shares on a product URLs? Because most e-commerce sites do not. And yet, even the premium themes insert all that social sharing for the product pages. That's never smart. Then you ask yourself, can I remove that? You need to make things as simple as possible and make it pleasant for people to interact. Now, the most complex part of website optimization is the content, how you communicate. So I can't really teach you that. You can definitely check out this entire website and see. Because it's that communication that's allowing my valued customer, as in my valued client, to get people to inquire about the business. Okay, so it's all about the way you communicate. And thus, you use words when you communicate, correct? So you need to really sit back and say, you know what? How do I communicate? In fact, I'm not going to share you my trade secrets. You can check out Masterclass course. The paid version shows you proven insights. Okay. We've got an image gallery here. We're reinforcing the professionalism. We're enforcing other things. We're using keywords here, there. We made the footer section pleasant as well. So if by the time the visitor comes here, we have not allowed them to click as in take call to action, then that's not smart. So triple check this website. I'll show you the local copy of the theme to show you the search engine optimization side of things. Header.php file for a WordPress site is important and you can optimize. Okay, so we have actually, let me show you from this end here. We've got HTML document. That's where structured data starts from. That's why you don't want to use plugins, because they don't know how to do this properly. It's an Australian-based website, and that is important. Language settings are important. So here we're using Australian English, which is a little bit different compared to USA English. And all these little things makes a big difference in terms of everything concerning Google. And that's a web page. The home page is a website, because that's the main root domain here. And our contact us page is contact page. We have utilized Yoast plugin. RankYa YouTube channel shows you how to install it, set up Yoast, so I won't cover that. We've got the local business structured data, but we also used other structured data. We are using indexation. That's very important because it will avoid many errors for Google. So pages that you want to show to people, they should be using robots index and follow rules. For other parts of WordPress, if you're using WordPress as well, only the pages, product URLs, blog posts can be indexed. The rest you don't need to index them because there's nothing unique there. Then we have functions. There is a lot of customization that's gone into these functions. we have made sure that there are plugins that we use only on the pages that we use them. That's why, let me share a tip with you. For WordPress, you need to triple make sure the plugins that you use are the minimum. Also, most people think sitemaps are not important, but they are important. That's why if you can create a sitemap, whether it's an XML sitemap or HTML sitemap, it's only smart to do so, okay? Because it will allow search engines like Google to better understand the structure of your website. So, I'm trying to condense all these insights within one single video. But web development, it's a very complex subject. So let me wrap it up. If you're building a brand new website, whether it's an e-commerce site, whether it's a local business site, think of simplicity in 2022, 2023, moving forward, because that's what Google wants. You need to focus on simplicity for another reason being, when the website is simple, it's easier to interact with, plus it will load faster. RankYa YouTube channel shows you how to speed up WordPress site or speed up different content management system. You can optimize images and so on, okay? So ideally, your main aim is to do your keyword research and create a pleasant website that's easy to interact with. Because page experience update is all about that. User experience. Okay, you can visit this website because it's live now. You can press on Ctrl U on the source code to look at the source code to see what has been placed within this. Contact form, let me share a tip with you. This is a great area for optimization. Most business owners, they think to make their job easy, but that's not smart. You need to make your website visitors' job easy. That is why this is a great optimization opportunity, web forms. Let's imagine we're using HTML5, right? That's what the technology today is. So if you do not use HTML5, you're using different HTML languages, perhaps HTML4, XML, XHTML, all that stuff, right? Then even they provide options for you to say, you know what, is this a required field? Because then the server doesn't need to require it. Makes sense? So HTML5 offers you tags that you can place within certain web form elements to make them a required field. Okay? By just setting required equals true. But nonetheless, do use them. If you're using Captcha by Google, and if you do only have a contact form on contact page, then make sure that doesn't blurt out in other pages, burdening the page load times. Once again, simplicity wins. Use HTML form validation instead of server validation. Once again, simplicity will always win. And by using Google Chrome, you can press on F12 and explore how your site looks and people can interact with using mobile devices. You can edit settings and select different mobile devices, okay? And then you can say, okay, how about iPad? How will my site look like in iPad? So, although I have all the tools available, whether it's laptop, iPad, iPhone, Android phone, I test them on locally as well, but most people don't have it. You can say, okay, how about when it's responsive? You can go to 100%. Say, okay, when it's 100%, when I play around with it, what happens? Make sense? because that's what Google wants now. Page experience update is all about that. User experience across many different devices. Google Search Console is your friend. In fact, I'll show you this as well. This is for that website we're talking about. Here we've got coverage. As we can see, some pages are not indexed. That's actually good because certain parts of a WordPress site should not be in Google's indexed anyway. So we're using robots.txt file to block certain things from Google, okay? And if you're using robots.txt file, then it's smart to place sitemap information so that you can let Google to go and say, okay, what's on this URL, as in website. Now, I have bombarded a lot on you. Web development and search engine optimization. RankYa does have the playlists, as in full courses for SEO and so on, okay? But I hope that you have gained some core concepts still. All you need to do is focus on usability of your website and optimize your website according to RankYa insights. Because I promise you, this website, the investment my valued client has made already, he's already gotten the return on investment back. And it's only what, 1 month, 2 months now. Okay? Before I close up, if you do have the skills, then definitely make sure you can create your own images, because Google loves brand new content. So keep that in mind. And if you do want to check out Jupyter theme, check out the link in this video description, knowing that if you do click it and then purchase the Jupyter theme, then I will get a small commission as well. Okay? I thank you very much for learning with RankYa, and I'll talk with you in the next video session.